Good morning. Welcome back to Kenny's Life Thoughts in Retirement. I'm sitting on the front porch this afternoon. I don't know if you can, well, the sign behind me, it says, "Welcome to the porch, where wasting time is considered time well wasted." And that's what I've been doing. I've wasted a little bit of time today. It's kind of a rainy day, not a lot going on. I was just watching a deer over here. I sat down and all of a sudden see this deer pop out into the orchard over there. I couldn't get my phone up or anything to take a picture of it, but anyway, I haven't seen deer up here for a couple of weeks. The weather's been kind of weird. Anyway, deer just went bounded off into the brush and into the woods. I was looking for some photographs the other day, and I came across my baby book, which I have right here. It says Our Baby's Record. This is something that my mother gave to me prior to her passing. She gave me this book, and I'm sure most people have these things. There's notes in here of when I would write her notes and letters and cards and uh, all kinds of stuff. Uh, there's you know important days, early discoveries. She jotted down quite a bit of stuff here. And what's amazing to me and what I take away from this book is that the person that you are uh, really is the person that you've been all your life. It's amazing. Some of the things that she says in here are so true, even as a 62-year-old adult. Again, this is my baby book. Uh, One of the days that I found interesting was in the May of 1967. So that would have been 1 month after my dad's passing. It says, in May of 1967, you took your first airplane trip to Nebraska. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, my uncle back there, her brother, graduated from high school during that time frame. And that's why we went back there. So it was only a month after my dad passed away. And I can't imagine her. She loaded me and my little brother up onto a plane, and we went clear back to Nebraska. South Dakota, Nebraska. It says Nebraska here. Anyway, I thought that was funny. Interesting that she took that trip right after my dad passed away. Not funny. I don't know why I said funny, but anyway, lots of stuff in here. Things that she took the time to write a bunch of stuff in here, and it's pretty fun to look at. Here's this was looks like it appears to be. Yeah, this is my identification that was on my wrist when I was born. I was born in October of 1963. Well, there's me right there in the hospital, probably a day old. Anyway, one of the things that stood out to me in this book, though, I love music. I love all kinds of music. Now, I couldn't carry a tune in a bucket to save my life, but I love music, all kinds. If you looked at my iPhone and my iTunes library, you would see an eclectic collection of all types of music. Anything from disco, love songs, hard rock, metal rock, soft rock, anything. Well, as a matter of fact, you're getting old, though, when you can sit on your front porch, and I do this often, and you put yacht rock radio on and you enjoy it. I can sit and listen to yacht rock radio for hours, which is funny. Anyway, one of the things that a common theme in this book is that from a very early on, she would write this basically the same thing, varying degrees or versions of it, but in essence, it says, "You just love anything musical," which I thought, that's interesting, even at that age and during the formative years when you're growing up. I just loved music even back then, and I still do to this day. And it doesn't matter what kind of music typically. Here's a good photograph of the young man, Kenny, way back when. Handsome little kid, isn't he? Here's a little younger version of the same person. Anyway, it was fun to find this book. I was looking for photographs, and I came across this book. Anyway, it was fun to come across that, and I guess the point is that you are who you are. Of course, obviously, things happen in your life that can change, who you are, or your thought process, or your perception of life. But some of the core things, like being I loved music even as a little kid, and I still love it to this day. I love listening to music. But today's a rainy day. This is not one of those kind of days you want to be outside too much. But we're supposed to get 60-degree weather next week. And I'm like, wow, that's for February, 1st of February. Today is Friday, last Friday of the month. That wind's picking up out there. There's a little bit of a front coming through. The trees behind you there are swaying in the wind a little bit. It's probably what has those deer on their feet. But anyway, that's my short little video today. I just wanted to punch out a little short video. You are who you are, and you've been that way for a long time in your life. I mean, it's amazing to think that, she wrote that kind of stuff, something about music or musical, listening to music and stuff in that book quite a bit. So, but anyway, our baby's record, that's me, October 1963. I'm going to let you all go. It's a short video today. Happy Friday to everybody. As always, be safe and be well, and make good choices.